Hi everybody, it's Maureen Callahan with Coastal NC Living Group, and I am here with Dawn
Hello.
of of Dawn's. Are you ready?
Yep.
Dawn's Dawn Errands. So that doesn't sound right.
Island Dawn Errands.
Island Dawn Errands. Dawn.
Hello.
And Dawn has a couple of different services and businesses that she's involved in, but today we're here to talk about this specific venture.
Yep.
You've been spending a lot of time trying to inform people and communicate them and let them know all the wonderful things that are available to
Yes.
them. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. So I have some notes, so I'm going to peek down at my notes a little bit because that's how I cheat. So Dawn, tell me a little bit about the business. Tell us a little bit about what kind of services you provide.
Well, I've been in the area for 7 years, and when I first moved here, I decided I just wanted to work for myself. So the first thing I did, because I have a background in sales, I became an independent sales rep. And I did that for 4 years with a company called Hook and Bones. Many people in the area may have heard of it. It's a t-shirt company. Mm-hmm. I did that, loved it, opened up, or got into probably well over 60 retail stores doing that. And when the owner of that decided to kind of move in a different direction, I literally said, God, what am I supposed to do now when I grow up? And he spoke, I felt
We're
like
still growing.
Yeah.
Though. We're not grown up yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I refuse.
Yes. And so I felt like he told me, you need to do what you love to do and get paid for it. And about 3 years ago, Island Dawn Errands was born. I already had a business name. It was called Island Dawn, your source for outsourcing. And that's still basically, I guess, on my certificate or my license.
This sounds a lot easier though. You'd have to have a really long vehicle to put.
Yeah. So when I redid my Facebook page, I just decided I'm gonna call it Island on Errands and let everybody know that there's a whole lot that I do. I'm not only an errand business, but I am still an independent sales rep. I'm selling advertising in a local private magazine. I manage a couple businesses' Facebook pages. What else do I do? I started Uber and Lyft driving at the beginning of the year, and that has morphed into making that part of my errand business as well. So
a little bit of everything.
Rides.
It sounds like, yeah,
absolutely.
So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions that I try to do because obviously on our park bench page, we're really trying to bring information about our local businesses, our local business owners out to the community and allow us to have a really good exchange,
right.
For our residents and our visitors and our local businesses. So tell me a little bit about what you enjoy most about having a business offering, in this community, in the Cedar Point, Emerald Isle area.
Absolutely. Without a doubt, it's the relationships that I've built. I was very fortunate when I moved here of doing the Hook and Bones t-shirt sales because of the connections that gentleman that owns that has. I was able to meet so many people, and that has just continued. And then Uber driving and Lyft driving, you meet a wide variety of people.
You could probably have a whole TV show
I could write,
on Uber driving.
I could write a book. And, but yeah, I've met so many people, and of course it has assisted in my errand business growing as well. But it's definitely the relationships I've built, but the bottom line is I genuinely love to help people. That's just kind of my nature. And so my errand business does that. Everything that I do is focused on helping people.
To fill a need.
Yeah,
whether it's to fill a need for
whether
someone.
It's from somebody getting a ride from point A to point B, or help unloading their car because it's just something they don't want or don't have the ability to do because they're elderly maybe, or
alone.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just something that they might need an extra set of hands, or they,
or helping a business and grow by managing their Facebook page or selling advertising in a magazine to help the owner of that magazine. So
okay. You answered this a little bit, so I'm going to try to ask you this a little bit differently. So my question was, how long have you been working in the community? We know you've been here for 7 years. We know that you have some different venues.
Mm-hmm.
But what would you like the takeaway? What would you like the public to know if they're watching this YouTube video? What would you like their takeaway to be? Maybe something they don't know right now about the business.
About me and my business. Well, first of all, I'm stationed, or based is the better word, out of Cedar Point. However, that doesn't mean I just work this general area. Most of the time I do. In Cedar Point, Swansboro, Emerald Isle. To me, that is the community. And down into Stella and so forth as well. But if anybody needs me, I'm wide open to go anywhere. I've done little work in the New Bern area, Jacksonville, Morehead City as well. In my motto, or my slogan for my business, which has gotten a lot of laughs, but it's genuinely true. My slogan is, if it's legal, I'll do it. So I'm all about, just ask me what it is you need help with, and more than likely I'll do it.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you another question, but I'm gonna ask it differently because we just addressed it a little bit. My question was, what are some of the services that you offer the public that maybe they would want to know about? So I'm going to throw out a couple of options to you, and you can tell me yes or no.
Okay.
So could you facilitate someone if they needed help with, let's say, groceries or a grocery order?
Absolutely. Just did that Friday. I had a woman contact me, and she has a very lovely home, vacation home on the island, and needed me to make sure that not only her groceries were purchased, but delivered and put away before she even arrived at her vacation home.
I can see how that would be helpful and time saving. So I'm going to switch it a little bit. What about, we do have a large population of people that have second homes or investment properties here. What about if someone needed to have someone access their house, or they were getting an estimate to have some work done? I know one of the problems a lot of times for our absentee owners is they come into town, maybe they need to meet a contractor, maybe they need to get flooring done, maybe there's something they need and they have to make that whole trip. Would that be something that you might be able to facilitate and assist someone
Absolutely.
with?
In fact, I don't have a client like that right now, and that's one of the
you
areas.
Might when this airs.
That's one of the areas I would love to see grow, because it's so prevalent around here. If I had someone ask me one time, when we hear that there's a storm coming, and which has been happening sadly a lot around here, and we contacted you to bring our patio furniture inside, or to do whatever. Yes, absolutely.
That's very vital.
I have a dear friend now that's a military wife, and she and her husband have moved to Arizona, but they have a rental property here, and she contacted me before they left and said, we're probably going to need you. I said, just holla. That's another one of my things. Just holla at me and I'll help you out.
There you go. All right. So there's obviously a variety of things, and I'm sure some people are thinking, well, I wonder if we could do this, or I wonder if we could do that. And rather than getting into maybe really specific things, what is the best way, Dawn, for someone to reach you? We're going to put up your information, your Facebook page, your contact when we do the video. But if I have a need and I'm not sure if that need fits, how do I reach you? What's the best way to do that?
Probably the very best way is via my phone, whether it be a phone call or a text. And my cell phone number is, and it's with me constantly, it's right there right now, is 828-448-1863. And I also have a fairly active Facebook page. It's Island Dawn Errands. It's pretty simple to find. And you can message me via Messenger on there as well. But definitely the phone. I get text off and on all day of people asking questions or requesting a ride or asking about an errand. I do have an email address. That's how the lady that got the groceries the other day, that's how she reached out to me. And I will spell that out for you. It's DAWNIEBELL@AOL.com. Donnie Bell. It's a family nickname, and it's an old email because that's me.
Because you can remember it. There's
Exactly.
There's too many things that we have to remember, passwords and
I have other emails, but I'm sticking with my
stick
AOL.
with that one. Very good. Well, Dawn, thank you. I appreciate you giving us some time. We will get this loaded and on the website. So those of you who want to learn more or perhaps take advantage of this wonderful service, you can go into parkbench.com/Cedar Point or Emerald Isle. We have coverage in Swansboro, Emerald Isle, Cape Carteret, Pelletier, Cedar Point, and Newport. And you will find the local businesses there. You will find the local schools. You will find a lot of content. What's wonderful is you can sign up. You can click on the interviews. You can click on Dawn. It will take you on to other information. Look for the deals that are being posted. Look for the coupons. Go to the events section. We have the Mullet Festival this weekend. We had the Seafood Festival last weekend. There are fishing tournaments. There are several breast cancer awareness, Fishing for the Cure. We have a 1K walk this weekend in Emerald Isle. There's lots of information, and this is a great venue for people to be able to go and find it, to add to it. You can subscribe to our newsletter. More importantly, you can reach Dawn. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
Mm-hmm.